Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals set and ready to go on offense, leading the charge out of LSU. Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick back in April.
When you read off Joe Burrow's numbers his last year at LSU, they almost don't even seem correct. I mean, 76% of his passes complete. That's the second best all-time at the collegiate level. Ended up throwing 60 touchdown passes, accounted for 65 touchdowns, and only threw 6 interceptions and won a national championship. Joe Burrow is not just a terrific player. He has an it factor as well, and that's what they're counting on in Cincinnati.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Second and 3.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 32.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 to the 32-yard line here. Didn't help out the run.
2nd and
I love that the look 5.
Now a first carry at Giovanni Bernard.
Also, then heard that guy. So you're taking a
brought down at the Ravens' 30-yard line.
That defense.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 32.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 to the 32-yard. Didn't help out the run.
2nd and
made that didn't look 5.
Jay for first carry at Giovanni Bernard.
Also here in the heard that guy. So you're taking a
brought down at the Ravens' 30
running game. That defense.
And here's a
1st and 10 at the 30.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 to the 32-yard. Didn't help out the run.
2nd and
made that didn't look 5.
Jay for first carry at Giovanni Bernard.
Also here in the heard that guy. So you're taking a
brought down at the Ravens' 30
running game. That defense.
And here's a
1st and 10 at the 30.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 to the 32-yard. Didn't help out the run.
2nd and
made that didn't look 5.
Jay for first carry at Giovanni Bernard.
Also here in the heard that guy. So you're taking a
brought down at the Ravens' 30
running game. That defense.
And here's a
1st and 10 at the 30.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 to the 32-yard. Didn't help out the run.
2nd and
made that didn't look 5.
Jay for first carry at Giovanni Bernard.
Also here in the heard that guy. So you're taking a
brought down at the Ravens' 30
running game. That defense.
And here's a
1st and 10 at the 30.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 to the 32-yard. Didn't help out the run.
2nd and
made that didn't look 5.
Jay for first carry at Giovanni Bernard.
Also here in the heard that guy. So you're taking a up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Hill will opt for the touchback. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the two most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Ball carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bengals 7, Ravens nothing.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And heading back out there, Giovanni Bernard getting ready to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Burrow took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Bengals
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
40-yard line.
1st down. Here's Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
21-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow finding Green complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And he's got it up and through. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score.
Ravens nothing. for Cincinnati.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And he's got Snead. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, a 22.
A gain of 22 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first, as he can get this only down to the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
For the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Ravens 3.
So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
What's up, man?
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
24-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt them.
Snead's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Now this carries into the end zone, and Hill will opt for the touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. This is Ingram. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 46-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Burrow on 3rd down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 19. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
15-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Randy Bullock to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Hill will opt for the touchback.
at their own 25.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw again, Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Randy Bullock to kick
So
off.
they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens ready to take over. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Now they go screen, it's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He dumps it down to Ingram. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been on. Ingram churning. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. Green brings it in. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, 37 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Randy Bullock to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this victory.
And if you're on offense, you don't want them to have that satisfaction. You know that you're not going to win the game, but you don't want them to roll in with those big grins on their faces. So you want to come up with something right here, some type of a big play to dent that good mood.
And they're trying to not let that dent happen and go home happy. It's complete to Snead. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 3 yards remain for second down. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now Jackson on first down. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Miles Boykin.
2nd and 10.
He was covered by Trey Waynes.
Throwing again. Jackson. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. One last shot for Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.